don't know where to start this video. Where do we go? Hi guys. Today I'm back with another video. It's probably gonna sound like I'm crying. I'm not, I just been sick. So don't ask. Just kidding. Anyways, so I've been sick with a cold the past couple days. I've kind of been like in bed, not very wanting to post a lot. So I mean, not like I post anyways because my life is so boring. Anyways, so I used to do like this series, I guess you call it, with like motivational stuff and life lessons and stuff like that, and a lot of people on my Facebook liked it, and I posted a couple of them on YouTube and I got good responses, so I'm going to do those again. I've done, so like in the past I've done like a relationship one, which is on my Facebook. I don't think I ever posted that on YouTube. And then I did a like, if you need someone to talk video, which I did post on my YouTube also. So yeah, so that's that. And this video is gonna be all over the place, I swear. I am gonna try to edit. I don't know, my freaking room's a mess. I'm trying to make it look the least messy possible. My hair's a mess, my life's a mess. What can you do? So this particular video is going to be about friendships and kind of like why I don't have that many friends right now. Yeah. So I remember this quote that I heard a while ago. It's like, as you get older, it's more important to have, or it's less important to have a lot of friends and more important to have real friends. And let me tell you, nowadays that's how I feel wholeheartedly. I had so many friends back in the day in elementary school, middle school, high school. I never had an issue with having friends and having things to do all the time. Every weekend I was doing something. And now I spend weekends in my room. Well, not like in my room, but like at my house. Not going out. Hanging out with my cousins, which I'm not complaining about that. My cousins are adorable and I love hanging out with them. But I don't really have anybody my age to hang out with. So that's an issue, or not really an issue, but something that just happens when you're older. You lose friends. So that's where my life is, and even like more so the last couple of years, I've lost friends. Like, not necessarily like something bad happened or we had to fight or anything. It was just like simply we just lost contact because we're older and we have different interests now, which is fine. But like when you're in high school, you're with the same people all day, like 7 days, or not 7 days a week, 5 days a week from 7 to 2:30 with the same people. You go to lunch together, you like go to all the dances together, you're with each other all the time basically. That's fine, but when you get older, that's just not realistic because a lot of times you'll go to different colleges, or you'll like, some might not go to college and they'll move away and they'll start their own thing, and or they'll get their own like new college friends, and which is fine. It's fine, but it's just not realistic to expect to have the same friends from when you were like in elementary school until adulthood. It's just, you're gonna have different friends in different areas of your life. If you're lucky, you will have like one friend who stays with you through every aspect of life, and I just haven't had that yet. Maybe soon I'll meet a friend. I guess it can happen at any stage of your life. You'll have a friend for life, but I don't know. Maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't. So I'm like, I don't want to call out anyone out in this video. That's not what the point is, because everything happens for a reason, and I don't regret any of the friendships that I had in the past. But to be able to like get my point across, I kind of have to adjust some things that just kind of happened, and like I'm totally okay with it now, but it kind of just happened, and I'm not using people's names in here, so like don't come at me, because we don't even know if it's you. So yeah, I'm not using people's names. I'm not even giving them names. I'm just gonna call them like this person, that person, whatever. So friend one, the first friend we're talking about, so I mean, obviously if she watches this video, she's gonna know it's about her. I don't expect her to watch it. A lot of people, if they watch this video, they might know it's about her. So I mean, like, there's no hard feelings. This is just what happened, and I'm not putting her name in this. So this friend, we were friends since first grade. I didn't really have a significant best friend in kindergarten, so this was first grade. We met in first grade. We were best friends like almost instantly. Best friends all through the rest of elementary school, all through middle school. In middle school, she ended up going to like a private school, but it was like a gifted school. So she went there for 6th grade, and then so we didn't talk as much. We still hang out a lot on the weekends, and like we were still friends. Especially at that age, we just stayed friends. So, and remind you, in this video I'm only talking about like significant friendships and like downfalls in the friendships to help like get my point across. Okay, so she went to a different middle school. We stayed in contact. Well, not middle school, she went to a different 6th grade. We stayed in contact, and a situation happened where her mom couldn't take her to that middle school anymore, so she ended up going to the school I was going to, which was just in town, and it was a good choice because like it was local. She could just take the bus there, and she didn't need to rely on her mom to give her a ride. So for 7th grade, and I didn't know this had happened, but like I was just sitting in my first period class one day, and somebody came on the speaker and told me to go to the office, which I was a good kid, so I had no idea what that was about. But then I got there, and the counselor was like, "Do you know this person?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, that's my friend so-and-so." I almost said her name. So she was like, and then she explained the situation where her mom couldn't drive her anymore, so she was going to my school, and they asked if she could shadow me around for a day. So she ended up shadowing me around for that day, and then I had a new friend group at this point, so she like got integrated into that friend group, but like out of everybody in that friend group, we still stayed in contact, and like we were still best friends, and we just hung out with other people. And then actually in 6th grade is when I met my other best friend, and that was a separate friend group, but like sometimes they mixed in. Well, kind of, not really, but like, so then I had another best friend, and like I was best friends with her separate from like her best friend group. So I had her, and then I had this other group, or this other girl who was new to the school, and those two didn't get along. But the other girl I'm gonna tell you about later. Anyways, so she came to middle school, or she didn't really like, he almost actually saying the name of the school. she didn't really like that middle school, which I didn't either, but I didn't really have anywhere else to go and I didn't want to get homeschooled. So she ended up getting homeschooled for 8th grade. And then in 9th grade, she came back to our high school that we went to. So we were friends all throughout high school pretty much. Went to all the dances together. We hung out all the time. And that was pretty much it. We did have like one little fight our senior year. That was our first fight ever. And it was because she had a boyfriend. And it wasn't even a boyfriend anymore. He was an ex-boyfriend and he liked me. She didn't like that. So she didn't like me because of that. We were both like, I was like 17, she was 18. So we were like still young and dumb, I guess. So, and then like, so I was having a prom party at my house and she said that like we like drifted apart and we weren't friends, but she like didn't want to tell her mom why we weren't friends because she probably knew it sounded like really petty. So she basically was like, I have to come to your party because my mom can't know. I was like, no, you can't come to my party because like we're not friends and it'd just be awkward because I already told my mom what happened. So then she was like, okay, I guess we could make up. So we made up and we didn't have a fight ever again. So her I was friends with after high school for a couple years, and then I was kind of getting annoyed because she would like, if I wanted to hang out with her I would have to text her, or if like I wanted to communicate with her I had to talk to her and she would never reach out to me first. So I was just like, okay, I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not gonna text her anymore and see if she ever texts me back or texts me again. And I didn't hear anything. So basically proved my point that I had to reach out to her if we were gonna have a conversation. So that's story number 1, and I guess what I took away from the whole situation was you can want to be friends with someone as much as you want to be friends with them, but if they don't want to be friends with you back and are not making an effort, there's only so much you can do. Like, if someone's not making the same effort into the friendship as you are, then maybe it's a good idea to let them go. And I learned that the hard way because she was my longest friend. We were friends since we were in first grade. We went through like all these different stages together. I was friends with her until I was 21. I'm 24 now, so it's been a good while, but everything happens. Her mom still comments on my post on Facebook sometimes, and she likes my picture. Haven't heard from the daughter since, but it's just something that happened. Like, some people are meant to be in your life for a reason. Some are there just for a season. It's just the way of life. And I'm like, I don't regret being friends with her because I have the best memories of her. I still have pictures of her, me with her on my Facebook, or like Facebook and Instagram. I didn't delete any pictures, like, because we didn't have a falling out. I use my hands way too much. I'm gonna stop doing that. It's like, we didn't have a falling out. She stopped talking